A couple of things around that. When you look at, the standards, we've talked about that quite a bit. What is the role of transportation in setting those standards? So NHTSA has some things out there for comment around the connected vehicle. I see some head nods around the table. How do we get in front of that? How do we use that? What data should we be getting? That's another challenge. We do get some data for states. When you, in particular, like the safety, accidents, pedestrians,
Right.
whether it's cars, motor carriers, airplanes, whatever, we get all of that safety data. I think the dynamic is changing, how we're going to receive that data. Do we get it once a year? Do we get it once a month? Do we get it near real time? And I think the pace is going to increase. So when there is an accident, for instance, or a pedestrian gets hit or something happens, the reporting up through the state, I think, will accelerate, and that we'll have that information, that data, to turn it into information more readily available. We're doing some prototyping now around how we're taking that safety data that we have today, overlaying census data, demographics on it, and looking at across all the modes of transportation so that you can actually see trends over time, over days of the week,
Right.
over hours of the day. So we're putting together a prototype, a dashboard essentially, and we're visualizing this data now around that. And I think just the pace is going to increase. So instead of getting some data from, some states once a year, depending on the
Right.
type of what
Right.
it is in the regulation. So I think there's some regulations that need to catch up on it. But from internally, how we're using that data to turn it into information to better inform and feed that back to whether it's the public or into regulations, that's going to be one of the things that we can take action on.